The emotional homecoming of Palestinian prisoners sparks both joy and heartache. After 24 years of captivity, the release of 88 Palestinians from Israeli prisons ignites a surge of celebration in Ramallah. Yet the absence of some expected returnees casts a shadow of sorrow. A throng of emotions. As the buses carrying the prisoners arrived, the police struggled to contain the crowd's enthusiasm. The sight of their loved ones, some not seen for decades, sent a wave of emotion through the gathering. The prisoners, bearing the physical and emotional scars of their confinement, were greeted with tears and cheers. But amidst the jubilation, a haunting question lingered. What happened to those who were not in the buses? The long-awaited reunion. For families like Saber Masalma's, the reunion was bittersweet. Masalma, a Fatah member, had been arrested in 2002 and sentenced to life imprisonment. His relative, eager to reconnect, thrust a phone towards him for a video call with his niece, while others clamored for selfies. The relative's concern about Masalma's health, exacerbated by prison conditions, highlights the toll of prolonged detention. A tale of two lists. In the hours before the release, confusion reigned. Two lists circulated, one indicating prisoners returning home and another suggesting deportation to Gaza. Abed's brother, Kamal Imran, was expected to be released, but the prospect of his deportation to Gaza left her distraught. The uncertainty and the Israeli military's warning against celebrations added to the family's distress. The human cost of conflict, the prisoners' accounts of their time in detention, paint a grim picture. They spoke of horrible and very, very, very difficult conditions, with some bearing recent injuries and others struggling to walk. The Israeli human rights organization B'Tselem alleges systemic abuse and inhumane treatment of Palestinian prisoners, including denial of medical care and adequate food. These claims, however, are disputed by Israel, which asserts compliance with international law. A controversial celebration. The release, a potential step towards a permanent ceasefire, was marred by Israeli restrictions. Tear gas was fired at families and journalists near Ofer prison, and warnings were issued against celebrating or supporting terrorist organizations. This raises questions about the balance between security measures and the right to express joy and relief. The missing faces. The absence of certain prisoners left families bewildered and heartbroken. Some, like Raid Imran, were left searching for answers about their loved ones' whereabouts. The last-minute changes and the lack of clarity added to the anguish. But here's where it gets controversial. Was the deportation of some prisoners a necessary security measure or an unjustified restriction on their freedom? And what does this mean for the families left behind? The release, while a cause for celebration, also highlights the complex and often contentious nature of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. What do you think? Is the release of these prisoners a step towards peace, or does it reveal deeper issues that need to be addressed? Share your thoughts below, and let's continue the conversation.